Hello, this is Muse Greenwood, and thank you for joining me on my second video. I had a few takes today because trying to get the lighting right, and there may be a cat that jumps on my lap at some point. She's still trying to make up her mind. So if she does join us, her name is Kit Kat. All right. So I wanted to do a short version of what today is. What I did is after watching it, I thought I'll do a little more structure. I wanted to see how the free flow goes, but it has a little rambling in it, and quite a few too many fantastics, So I thought I'd be a little more direct and try to organize it. So one of the things that today's focus is on the divine feminine. And I want to reinstate that the divine feminine is not about gender. It is not about sexual preference or anything that is of our, I'm going to say dimension, our world. It is the very source. It is sourcing feminine and masculine. There's two energies in creativity. So I also wanted to be clear on the idea of the variations of what divine feminine can be. Forgive me as I read off my laptop here. Um, I wish I could deliver it all right now through memory. Give me some time on that. But right now, I'm grateful that I have the ability to just read off a laptop. The divine feminine, the great mother goddess, Shakti, awesome, Isis, and then we have Skepmet. We also know Sophia, and overall, it's wisdom. The divine feminine is wisdom. And what I'm speaking to here, and when it comes to being online in sacred spaces, I would like to explore and plant into your mind right now. Plant the idea that cyberspace is a sacred space. It is not a structure where people have built it. It actually, like electricity, like so much solar power, everything, this is our divine rights. It is a part of the source, a part of our own creation that someone has figured out how to access, and they're basically selling everyone. We're selling the services of how to access it. But the actual source we're using is a divine space. So, like all divine spaces, there's two creations, energies that need for healthy creation, the masculine and the feminine. And what I'd like to speak to is wisdom, Sophia. Now, cybersecurity traditionally has been treated as if it's the IT department's responsibility and it's something that's owned by billionaires and big software companies. And these people dictate to us how they're going to update us, what things we have to do. And if you watch the long video, you see me, I'll talk from anything from everybody, governments getting breached like mad, but pushing everybody online and closing offices, very dangerous. Uh, Companies and website cookies. I mean, there should be laws on how companies are allowed to select who they partner with. There was one store, I won't mention which it was, but they wanted to have, we wanted to get the frequent customer card and the loyalty card. Went online to sign up, and being who I am, I'm like, okay, well, first I'm going to get rid of all the cookies I don't want. 15 minutes later, we're still going, no, 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 no. All the partners were like, they had like hundreds of partners. Unnecessary. I don't know if they've done their work to define who all these sources are. How do I know who they are? Yet I'm giving them rights that to my information. This can be protected. So the laws are the masculine. My suggestion is have the wisdom, the feminine, and look at the laws, the healthy laws, not rigid things, and definitely not laws that are against the user, but laws that are supporting healthy, safe spaces so that all of us can live without having fear, live out a good, healthy life. One of the things, as I mentioned in the first video, I originally started with the idea of talking more about cybersecurity. This is my book, Cybersecurity Handbook A to Z Guide. It is a reference guide. It is a quick guide to dip in because you don't have to learn all these things and memorize it. You can absolutely have something on your desk. But I hold this up because I did a high view, a little detail of the laws of the EU, the UK, the US, and Canada. And it also gives you suggestions on how we could strengthen these laws because this is not impossible. This is very possible. I got to state this again. It is very possible. You know, we are designed to seek shelter no matter how far back you go in our creation as human beings, as the species that we are. We have always sought shelter. Every creature that has seeking shelter. Well, consider cybersecurity like that. It's a natural thing, shelter. You know, you don't have to, you shouldn't feel so vulnerable every time you go to be sheltered. Um, this space, and again, I want you to think of it like this. When you're online, you're on a sacred space. It's sacred. And you want to apply wisdom. And we should have the right to not cater to diehard criminals. We definitely want to, we can eliminate the opportunists. A long time ago, I was told that the difference between a criminal, a thief, let's say, and an opportunist is that a thief has intentions and they will do everything they can. Like a hacker, they're determined to get in there. But an opportunist is just looking for, let's say you leave your laptop on your car and you leave your door unlocked and someone walks by and they steal your laptop. It's like, well, you left it unlocked. A lot of things we're doing online right now is really feeding to the opportunist. A lot of the ways we're being encouraged to put ourselves out there, QR codes and menus and things like this, it's feeding to the opportunist. So we're going to talk about applying that wisdom to what we're doing. So I'm going to read out of the Tao Te Ching again. And the valley spirit never dies. The valley spirit never dies. It is called the mysterious female. The opening of the mysterious female is called the root of heaven and earth. Continuous, seeming to remain. Use it without exertion. Again, the valley spirit never dies. It is called the mysterious female. The opening of the mysterious female is called the root of heaven and earth. Continuous, seeming to remain. Use it with exertion. Again, this space is yours. It's mine. Cyberspace does not belong to a few and to the wealthy only, or even to startups. This is our space. So when you're online and as you're building your life and you begin to watch the world, remember what you put into it really matters. I'm going to use this metaphor. I used it earlier in another video that was actually a take I didn't put out. But I used the fact that when a mother is eating and she has to consider the embryo and the infant forming in her, everything the mother eats, everything she puts into her affects the life, the growth, the vitality, the development of the child. So if more of us understood what we put out there, not just in cyberspace, of course, even in the world, how we treat each other, what we put out, it's going to affect how it grows, how it feels love, how it loves others, how it gives back. So let's be more cautious. Let's use wisdom. Let's use our divine feminine knowledge to be able to stay safe online, to be safe in this world. Again, you were formed from love. Let's put more love out there for all of us. All right. Stay blessed. Thank you again for spending some time with me. Okay, mahalo.